Tony Tate here. It is day 101 on the carnivore diet. Yes, I'm still here. I did not quit. I have had some days where I fell off the diet, but I tried to get right back on as soon as I could. There were a couple of sugar binges in this 101 days that lasted for a couple of days, but I've been able to get back on. I think it first started last month when I went to Texas to visit my dad. Of course, their house isn't set up to eat only protein or high protein or high fat for that matter. They had all sorts of carbohydrates and processed foods and vegetables that I did well not to eat. I was there about 10 days. I lasted probably 7 days before I ended up off my diet. It wasn't long after that that I headed back to South Carolina, where I live, and I was able to get back on the diet. I had a couple of mishaps once I got back, but I was able to get back on. Like I said, there was a few instances where I ended up off the diet, but I'm back on. I'll always get back on. I will never quit. When I started trying to lose weight in 2015, I vowed never to quit trying to lose weight, and I haven't. There have been years in there where I went off the rails and regained all the weight I'd gained, or all the weight that I'd lost, I regained, but I'm still on a downward trend with this diet. In 2019 is when I discovered intermittent fasting, and I still do intermittent fasting because it's the only thing I can do to control my blood sugar, insulin drops, and keep my A1C where it belongs. Intermittent fasting did that for me without me necessarily eating better or eating more healthy. But the carnivore diet, along with intermittent fasting, I think will prove to benefit greatly. It will benefit me greatly. I finally figured out the eating process is like many people mentioned in the comments of videos before, just eat when you're hungry. For the most part, I am doing that. But I've also incorporated the intermittent fasting. So I have an eating window where I eat, because I was already used to fasting, and hunger pains don't last that long during a fast, maybe 5 minutes. But once that's passed, I have no more issue with hunger until later. And usually when later happens, my eating window is open and I can enjoy my food even more. So that's what I'm doing now. At 101 days, I've lost 19 pounds. And that's even with the sugar mishaps on the way. I think I'm in a better mindset now. My goal throughout throughout the day for the past week or so is to protect my state of ketosis. I know what foods or drinks or whatever will knock me out of ketosis, so my goal throughout every day is to protect ketosis. And for some reason, approaching it that way, I do a lot better. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a psychological thing for me. But I've also been in the gym for about 2 months now, lifting weights. I'm much stronger. My back feels, I don't know, compared to what it usually feels like, especially when I'm eating the wrong foods and not exercising. I would say my back feels 1,000 times better than it has in the last couple of years. At this point in the year, last year, I could not walk more than 5 minutes without having to stop and rest and stretch because of the pain. Now I can walk more than an hour without stopping. And even after an hour, I don't need to stop. It's just, walking is boring. Even with music playing in my ears from my phone, walking is boring. So I walk for an hour and then I head down to the gym. So that's where I'll be headed after I close out this video. Carnivore diet is working. I would say that I'm 98% carnivore, because sometimes I have green vegetables, green leafy veggies. Like the other day I had a cup of collard greens with a full rack of ribs, and it was quite tasty. It was awesome. So I don't always eat vegetables. It may happen like once every couple of weeks or something. But if I do have vegetables, it's green leafy vegetables, like collard greens or kale or cabbage or something like that. Sometimes spinach. Fresh spinach tastes great when you saute it in butter and a little salt. It's fantastic. It takes the monotony and boredom out of eating just meat. So, somebody from the Kinberry community, which I belong to, turned me on to brown butter bites. Oh, nothing sweet about it. They taste buttery and cinnamony, and when I feel like snacking on something other than beef, butter, bacon, or eggs, I pop some butter bites, brown butter bites. And I'm sure if you search it on YouTube, you can find a recipe or instructions on how to do it. And it's not hard at all. You just melt down about 3 sticks of butter and cook it until some of the milk solids cook out of it and they start to turn brown. At that point, you want to take it off so you don't burn it. But when they brown like that, they have like this nutty kind of cinnamon taste to them. And you just spread it out on parchment paper in like a cookie sheet and stick it in the fridge or the freezers until it solidifies again. I chopped up bacon and sprinkled on top of mine, and boy, let me tell you, it when I start having cravings, that works fantastic, and it's all fat. So it's a good snack, I guess it is. And that's helped me to stay more focused on what I'm doing. So anyway, that's about it. Today, again, is 101 days on carnivore. And I look forward to making the next video.